Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In a couple of weeks time, we are actually going to participate in a rally. It's called Cold Start Rally, and it's throughout the South. It's for high-end cars. Some of the cars on the list, the people that registered are Aston Martins, there's McLarens, AMGs, and all sorts of cars, a whole bunch of 911s, and we'll be taking the C63. So I gotta get it ready, get the oil changed, make sure everything else is good to go, brakes, tires, and just go through the car. And then in a couple of days, I'm getting the vinyl put on for the rally itself. So I have an appointment set for that. So I want the car to be ready and good to go for when that comes. So then it will just be sitting and waiting for the day of. So let me play a little bit of musical cars here, get these cars moved out of the way, and we'll start with washing and getting it ready. Alright, so the Benz is all clean and waxed. Now it's time to get it up in the air and change the oil and check the suspension, make sure everything's good to go before we head out on the trip. Suspension is tight, oil's changed, but during my inspection what I found was there's apparently a leak on my rear diff, and it does look like it's from the drain plug. It doesn't look like it's actually from the case or anything. I cleaned it off and that looks like where it's coming from. So I've already went ahead and ordered diff service stuff from FC Puro, so I'll definitely change the whole diff fluid. I don't know how long it's been leaking, but there is a little bit of spray on the exhaust, so it's definitely probably low on fluid. So I'm gonna have to get that definitely taken care of before we embark on our journey. Now I did get some stickers made, so let's throw those on really quick. it in time. I kind of got out of work late and I had to rush to swap out cars, and there's a little bit of traffic. When it comes to the actual rally, I'll probably end up making a two-part type series. I'll probably get the first half edited and put out there before I get the second half, since I don't want to have a long drawn-out video. My parts came in for the rear diff leak. I'll get that sorted so the car will be ready to go. It's waxed, washed, and everything else. I didn't wax the doors because that's where they're putting a graphic on there. I was kind enough to not to give them extra trouble, but pretty excited. We're on the home stretch to the rally. I'll get to meet some of the guys that will, or guys and gals that we'll be going with while they get their graphics put on. So we'll pick up from there. I'm about 15 minutes out from getting to All Pro Wraps to get my graphic put on. Alright, so we're on the home stretch here. The car is wrapped and ready. Got that done yesterday. Also, FCP Euro came through as usual, and I got in all the stuff I need. Even comes with a cool wrench that's included, so you don't have to sit there and mess around with Allen keys and everything else I need for the diff service. And then hopefully that will correct my leak and I won't have any more issues, but it does look like it's just coming from the drain plug. Probably when the LSD got installed, maybe they didn't have it tightened all the way and eventually it started seeping. But let me get the car turned around and we'll get that knocked out. I got a few things, little things, clean up on the inside, and the car will be ready to go. Some thread sealant on there, some Teflon. Hopefully that'll prevent any future issues, but everything else around here looks dry. But you can see on the exhaust here, not ideal. Pouring it in is going to be a lot of fun. So what I figure I would do is I took the driver's side wheel off because that's the side the fill plug is on. Makes it easy to see and get to. Not sure. And what I'm going to do is probably get some hose. I do have some hose, kind of how you fill the trans on these, and hopefully just force it in there. It's gonna be fun. Jesus. Point where it's starting to come out. So what I'm going to do now is put the car in neutral and spin the diff a few times and then hit it one more time and then seal it up. So the diff service is done. I just got to put the wheels back on and drop back on the ground. I'll drive it on the block a few times to make sure nothing's leaking, but it does look like it was just the drain plug, and there was plenty of fluid left in the diff, so I didn't do any damage. There's no metal on either of the magnets. I'm surprised actually how dark it is, because it is only maybe 2 or so years old. I think I had the diff put in 2019, and they had to have changed the oil to do it. I didn't do it myself, so I can't confirm, but it was a very reputable shop that did the diff install. I had to make my little contraption. I figured I would have to do that regardless because of just difficulty of getting to it on any diff service on any car. But I just got to do a few little things, clean up the interior a little bit, get some stuff situated, mounted and whatnot for GPS and Waze and everything else we'll need for the rally. I also realized that there's, I never did any type of walk around on the C63 with what's done to it. I mean, it's pretty much a stock car. I think they're perfect the way they are. There's no need to really mess with them much. If you try to turn that car into a race car, it kind of defeats its purpose. But these are some of the things I did on it. I wrapped this black. I changed these to smoked. I put on some spacers. I put on the spoiler. I wrapped this in carbon fiber. I got these windows tinted. I put on the slip. This glows, but I didn't do it. I wrapped some of the chrome. Now the car does have European intakes on it and a Eurocharge crackle tune, which is a lot of fun. The tune's supposed to increase it to 540 horsepower. I think it's all there. I've had a lot of people with the butt dyno confirm that. It does rip pretty good, and the crackles and pops suit this car perfectly. And then it's got a wave track differential out back. And that's about it. Other than that, it's a pretty stock car. I do have more aggressive tires. I do have PS4s on it. And that's about it. But other than that, this car's ready to go. We just got to pack our stuff. I do have some more updates coming on the 190E. The one thing I don't have is the e-brake. I got an email earlier this week saying probably another week before I get it. As with what the crazy world we live in today with supply chain issues, they are back ordered on the mounting plate actually for the e-brake before I get it. But hopefully it comes in, and then I could finish up the hydro install on that thing, get the brakes all bled and be able to actually drive the car and try it out. Now I'll probably have to put the stock driver's seat back in. I don't have the seats yet. Haven't even ordered them yet, to be honest. But I'll have to figure out exactly the position of where I want the e-brake and then modify the center console, and that will be a whole video in its own. But other than that, I got some other little stuff that we'll discuss at a later date. I am collecting parts. Hopefully we could get somewhere with it. But the next video I'm hoping will be the install of the handbrake. We'll see. Again, parts are always an issue in every industry. The one I work in personally, it's been the same ongoing for probably the last 6 or 8 months. But regardless of the fact, changing the diff oil on this thing's pretty easy. FCP Euro has always awesome kits for things, and here they include the wrench and then the fluid and everything else. I had to make my own hose, but that's irrelevant. I love using FCP Euro for especially Mercedes stuff. They're kind of like ECS tunings for VW and Audi, and I'm not by any means sponsored by them. But if you want me to be a next Michael Essa and you work at FCP Euro, hit me up, and we'll have a Mercedes drifting around with FCP Euro on it. But I get all my stuff for this car and that car from them. And as I said, they have great kits, make life easy. They stock almost everything. I ordered the diff stuff. It was here a few days later. And it kind of saved the day, because the last thing I wanted to do was go driving over 1,100 miles on this rally with a leaking diff or low on fluid. So I'm glad that that's done, that's out of the way. It's a small crisis, but it's averted. And as for the rally itself, I did mention that we can't disclose the location of where it starts and the locations of where we're going. It's gonna be throughout the video, but they wanted to keep it a secret, as I said, so we don't get stragglers. But I'm pretty excited. Never been on a rally. I mean, some of the cars on the list is Aston Martin V8 Vantage, Audi RS6, Porsche GT4, Audi R7, Audi S4, Audi R8 V10, 2 Jaguar F-Type Rs, myself, an AMG GTR, McLaren 720S, a whole bunch of 911s, Caymans, GT3s, Subaru STIs, Shelby GT500s. So there'll be a lot of cool cars on this rally. I'm excited to see how it all play out. Hopefully the car does fine, which I'm not really concerned about. It's pretty much a stock car. And we'll pick up in the next episode. Again, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. And like I said, I promise I'll have more updates on the 190E soon.